Hey folks, nope, not a robber. Not a robber. Today we're going to get phone cards. So walking in the streets of Spain will tell them we have to wear a mask. But the owner of the Airbnb said put a few cuts in your mask, and anyways, helps you to breathe when it's like 30 degrees outside and it is effing hot. So I'll let you know how it goes. If my instructions and I could follow in streets that are so narrow, and the homes are so high that you can't see above it, so your perception is kind of the streets, right? So let's see if we could find this place. And I'm told to go left. So let's go. Wow. And this is Seville, or Seville as they say, is a fairly large town. So I can see. Coils. Hello. I'll come back on our way back, have a look at that. Well, I took a turn and I'm trying to whittle my way through the town, the roads. The signs for the streets are not, they got hotels and they don't have the streets. This is a European store, electronics floor, 4th floor in Seville, Spain. You can kind of get a I think I'm getting a good deal on a SIM card. 300 minutes, Europe, calling, Canada calling, so I need to give my number to my kids. They want a text or things like that. SMS is free. Yeah, for 10 euros, which 40 cents on the dollar comes to about 14 bucks, 13.80, something like that. 13, yeah. Actually 14.20. But anyways, that's it in a nutshell. So I don't think I know my way back to where I'm supposed to go. So I'm going to use maps.me and hopefully work. Anyways, I was teasing the lady who sat right here. She was all by herself, and on Google Translator, I kind of sent a note, and I brought my phone over to her, and I said, "English, where are all your friends?" And she wasn't impressed. And 5 minutes later, she came up with a bunch of paper, and she whacked me on the shoulder with something. she started to look busy. So I wrote another note and I went up and I showed her the note and I said, I'm sorry, you were all alone and I just wanted to see you smile. So that kind of made her day. Anyways, lover boy on the road. I'll see you later. It's kind of funny. So walking back from the mall, which is a 4-story mall by the way, their malls are high, they're not like our malls back home. Stopped off, had a cerveza from a store. Guy was nice, spoke really good English. It was kind of cool. Beer was like €1.50. So if you have 40 cents on that, it was like cheaper than back home. So I stopped off at a place this morning before visiting an old church. And when I came out of that church, it was a restaurant, bar kind of thing, kind of like a pub, if you will. And the guy stopped me, and you know, they were setting up their parasols and all that stuff. And he said that my bag was open. So I stopped and I put all my shit back in my bag. And I promised that because he did what he did, that I would come back for a beer. So I came back here. The thing is I can't understand the menu. I researched it, I Googled it, translated. I'll tell you something funny. So, my last video, as I was videoing, I was a little bit of, I guess, a smartass. So I took my phone and then mounted it on my beer glass, and somebody walked by, they kind of took the table, and my very expensive Sony action cam fell in the beer. Now, it's not waterproof. And I have a housing that goes with it that goes to 200 feet. So I pulled that sucker out really